Hello everyone, this is Pursuit Wealth. My name is Edgar. In this channel, I track my progress towards financial independence in hopes of learning and teaching about finances along the way. In this video, I will be going over my budget for the month of August. Alright, so here we have my Excel sheet where I track my expenses. I should name it budget here, make it easy. On the bottom, I have the pay periods, so I get paid bi-weekly. So here are all the pay periods for the remainder of the year. And let's start with my income. I have the usual 1,883.12. That doesn't really change here. And then I have my bill section, so just things that I always have to pay for the time being. So for example, the internet, which is $100, the gym, $23, phone, $55, which is with T-Mobile. I think it's a pretty good deal, although I do have a little bit of a discount, even though it's just for one line. And then we have the electricity bill, which is about $130. I don't think it's too big because of the fact that this is actually for 2 months, so I don't have to pay electricity every month. It's every other month, so that's why this one is a little bit bigger, but I think it's a good thing. And then sinking funds, just savings or things that I'm putting money towards. Capital, I just name this as capital, but it's kind of my public account, meaning the place where I want to hold stocks for more than a year, so capital appreciation. Trading, this refers to my Webull account, which is where I'll be trading as for the stock challenge, so that's where this is coming. And then savings, at the moment it's actually also going to the Webull, but this I'm sure this will change as well. And then for groceries here, 94 and 38. My budget was 100, so I was a little bit under that, which is good. We've been shopping at Aldi a couple of times, which is really economical. If you have an Aldi near where you live, I highly suggest checking it out. They have good products. They don't have the greatest selection, and they lack perhaps in some organic or grass-fed food, but they do have a decent amount of it regardless. And it's for a really great price. So this is 2 weeks worth of groceries, and it was, like I said, $94, so I think that's really good. Restaurant, this is a part of my budget that I wanted to keep low, knowing that previously I had spent a lot of money in this category, so I wanted to make sure to kind of stick to this $150 here, and I spent $49.18. I bought a Starbucks drink and a half. I think there was a gift card that softened the blow for this payment. And then GoDaddy, which is actually a pizza spot here in Los Angeles. If you ever get the chance to come here, and I highly suggest you try their pizzas. It's mainly through Instagram that you can order it, but if you do have the chance, do pick one up. They are absolutely amazing. It's Detroit style pizza, so give it a try. Then GNC here, going along with my gym membership. This is just protein powder. I use Ghost. It's really tasty. I'm using the Oreo milkshake flavor today, and it's really good. Airbnb, this is Airbnb for my birthday. This will coincide with this Ravens game, so I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. The NFL season is coming here soon. In the next couple of days, I'm recording it on Thursday, September 9th, so it starts tonight, so really excited for that. And then Southwest, gotta get there to the place where the Ravens will be playing and the Airbnb. So this is actually half of the total cost of the airplane, so this is one half of it. Amazon, just some household goods. This was again reduced because of a gift card that we had, so this is lower than what the actual spent money was. And then a haircut, had to get a haircut, $10. I do have cash sometimes, and when I use it, I don't double count. So if I take money out from my checking account, then that money is I treat it as if it was an expense, so I don't double count. And that's what this is about, this $10. So the actual haircut was like $15. Then moving on to the next 2 weeks. This is August 21st to November 3rd. just because of how the pay periods work. So I don't actually end tracking on, for example, August 31st. I have to keep on going until the end of the week, which in this case was the 3rd. Here, income, always the same, 1883. My girlfriend gave me $80 for this trip to Tijuana that we took, so that's where this $80 is from. And then carryover is from the previous 2 weeks, where I did have a net loss of $4.41, which, I mean, it's nothing crazy. Then bills, obviously the rent, this is my part of it, $995. The actual total is $1,595. It's a little bit higher, but good overall. Coachella, I have a payment plan going on for Coachella. I have to pay, this is actually for 4 people, due to a lot of spending that I did. So half of it should have already been paid, but because I made some dumb mistakes with money, I'm actually having to pay for the entirety of this Coachella trip myself, but it's fine. This will keep going, I think, for the next, I want to say like 9 months, or basically until April. So this will keep going. But I actually wasn't charged for it this pay period, so that's why I budgeted for it to be, but it's not. So actual zero. And then gas is just gas, I guess, for your stove, water heating, things like that. $27, nothing crazy. So as we saw in the previous pay period here, this is where I put my savings. And in this one, I do the rent, so that's why this one is 0 right here. So that's by design. And then back to the groceries again. Aldi, really cheap, and I actually left the country for this pay period. So this is why this is smaller, the $74. I usually don't go to Rouse because it's more expensive than anything, but due to the fact that I was leaving, I just needed to have some stuff here while I was gone, which is why I went to Ralph's, since it's closer to my house than the Aldi. Restaurant, same thing, trying to keep it at 50 to not get too crazy with it. And for these, I went to a cafe in San Diego, had an amazing egg croissant sandwich. It was really good for $9, very worth it. El Comal, this is a Mexican restaurant also in San Diego. I believe I had some chilaquiles, and then my girlfriend had a pozole, which highly recommended there. This time it wasn't as good as previous times, but you never know. Might just have been the day that we went, but who knows. And then Chick-Fil-A, which is my preferred fast food location. I love Chick-Fil-A. I get rewards from there all the time. And I actually redeemed some of my points that I had. So this should actually be about $19, but I was able to get it down to $8.80 by redeeming some rewards that I already had. And then, like I said in the previous part, this is just the second half of the Southwest flight. So the total was around, I guess, 427, something like that, total for the flight. And then this parking is in San Diego, crossing to Tijuana. And Tijuana, I went to Baja Beach Fest, so to the music festival. It's for reggaeton. Got to see J Balvin, Raúl Alejandro, Karol G, Anuel AA. So it was a good time over there. I actually didn't expect to spend this much, but this $80 definitely helped. That's where this went. The $80, they went towards Tijuana. So ate some amazing tacos over there from Tacos El Frank. If you ever go, that's the #1 spot I've ever had of Tacos El Pastor. So that's a good recommendation for you there as well. And then, as mentioned previously, this is fantasy season. It's football season. It's coming up. So I put in $15 for Underdog, which is a best ball fantasy site. And I believe I got a $35 credit. So I put in 15 and they gave me 35. So I put $50 in play, which is a good deal if you ask me. And then fantasy again, this was actually with friends. So I put in $20 and hopefully I get a good return from that. This is Zone. I thought I had canceled it. I actually paused it and it came back up this pay period. So I had to spend $20 for no reason. I don't I don't actually think there's any good boxing matches coming up, so this might have just been a waste, which sucks. And then Ballast, which is Ballast Point, which is in Long Beach area. It's really, really good beers. This is for 2 beers, and had a good time there. And so now we have the totality of my income here, which was these 1883 times 2 plus the 80. So I had 3,850 roughly. I spent in total for necessities about 1,476, which equates to 38% of my total income, which I think it's a really good ratio. If perhaps you've seen my budget rule, the 50-30-20, this is under that. I kept my necessities at less than 40%, so it allows me to spend elsewhere, right? And that elsewhere is savings. So I was able to save $1,000 for these 2 pay periods, which equates to 26%, which is a really good ratio. I think I want to boost this up, but at the same time, still want to keep living, still want to keep having a good time, and that's where this travel comes in, which was $813.65, which equated to 21% of my net income. And it's a huge percentage if you actually think about it, just to travel. But I think it's worth it because it's something that I want to do, something that I really like. And I encourage everyone to kind of find their own section that they don't really mind spending this amount of money on, or this percentage of money on, if that's what makes you happy, right? Miscellaneous, and then just, the miscellaneous things that come up along the way. Gotta get a haircut, gotta buy protein powder, things like that, random things, which is the 7%. And then 303, it was left over from these 2 pay periods, so this will be counted as income for the next time I do this video. But if we actually think about it, this should be 256 extra in this travel category, which is about the 1,000, so about 26%. So this travel category is very, very high. But like I said, I'm able to do savings at 1,000 at 26% and necessities at 38%, which is really good ratios for me. That is all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please do me a favor and like the video and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and until the next one.